Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are, everybody. This is LSP here for another day of trading. So as you can see, this is a recap on days 5, 6 and 7 and 8 from the 3rd of March, 5th of March, 17th of March and the 19th of March. There was a week that I did not do any trades because I was away. So you can see that all 4 of those trades were green days. The 17th of March, however, there was a little exception on there, which I'll talk through over in the next one, about resetting the actual trade, and I'll tell you why I did that. So, just come back to explain this trade from the 17th, and these are some of the markers I made, I think it was actually a couple of weeks ago, and you can see that it actually ripped through in pre-market here on the open. So I was having a look. I know it's underneath the $1 trade that I would normally have a little look at that, and I was seeing this mark and this here, and I was seeing if it was holding support. So this is where I actually originally got in on the trade. So zoom in here. So I got in here thinking it was bouncing off because it was bouncing off the support, bouncing off the support, bouncing off the support. But what I should have done, I mean, I knew this because this is why I drew the support resistance line, is I should have waited and seen if it was going to make an upward trend here and got in around here, passing the new day high. That's what I was waiting for, but I got in because I was just scared that I was going to miss on that trade. So it was just a bit of FOMO, and then what you see in here is that it was collapsed into the support become resistance then. So I sold here and it was like a $50 loss, and I believe that everything that I was doing was just for learning purposes. So I reset the trade, it was at $50, and I retraded, and I was waiting for, and you will see on the trade in a minute, I was waiting for this bounce off the support to get in. I think I got it around here and sold here, so I'll throw on that actual video of the live video screenshot. But that's the reason why I reset the trade, is because I had all of my fundamentals and I was scared that I was going to miss out on a move, but I should have just waited, and that's why I was like, yeah, I already knew I should have, but I got in anyway. So I was just trying to remove those emotions and start again, but that was the only difference from the 17th. So this is the live trade from the 17th, and as you can see, a few things have changed. I've now purchased a level 2 order book, which allows you to see all the bids and asks at the time, and I've also got the time of the sales on the screen as well to see who is buying. The green ones is for those that are buying at the ask price. The green highlighted ones are the ones that are buying above the ask price, and the vice versa for the red ones as well. Red ones are for the bid price, and the red highlighted ones for below the bid price as well, that have actually gone through. The actual trade itself, you can see that I already purchased in at the bottom when it bounced off that new support level, and that is what I was waiting for. And there's a little thing that I'm going to try out, is to scale up buying, because I've just bought the whole buying power of my position. You can see in the bottom left my buying power has gone down now, but I did buy in 50%, I think it was 75%. So you can see that I've started to scale up as it goes up itself. So rather than buying the whole position at the bottom, I'm waiting for that further confirmation that it is on the upward trend. I did, however, sell a little bit earlier than I should have, or at least in hindsight I should have. This was because I was looking at the level 2, and this is the first time I was playing with the level 2, and I seen what could have been a big seller, but I realise now that 10,000 shares at 60 cents a share is not actually that big. So I should have waited out, and I actually stopped the trade, but you'll see that I did rip back up above that resistance line to go further up. So I should have held a little bit longer, but I was quite happy because then in this particular trade it was $77 up. And right here is the trade from the 18th. So I am trading GOAI here. I applied some methods to sell correctly, but I should have done this the other way around, just like I did on the 17th, where I'm buying on the way up and selling on the way down, whereas in this particular case I'm selling on the way up. You can see at the moment I purchased as it went down, just to hold that support level. Again, I should wait for further confirmation. So you can see that over the next couple of minutes. I'm holding and holding. I'm already down $90 at this point. It goes all the way to plus $100, down 6%. So I should wait for this to actually hold before I get in. And this is where I'm thinking to spread out my purchasing powers, because at the moment I'm purchasing using 98% of my buying power to purchase what I can, whereas I am going to test out 10%, 25%, and as it rises up, keep on buying as it goes up. Lucky enough on this particular case, it does hold the support level. I'm still trying to learn what the level 2 is trying to tell me at this stage. And right now you can see on the screen that I am selling 25% position as it rises up, so I am capping my gains rather than capping my losses. So again, selling 25%, and you'll see as it just rises up, I am out. I'm happy with that. It is a $50 reward for that particular trade, and I just get out the whole position. But what I should learn how to do is buying on the way up, selling on the way down. So just to finish off, just 4 major lessons learned this week. So making sure that I am not acting on my emotions, if it's FOMO, and making sure that I'm trusting the support and resistance levels and all the other indicators of a trade being good or getting in at that right particular time. I also need to make sure that I am trying to buy on the way up and sell on the way down. So those are the 4 things that I'm going to focus on. And as you can see, I am obviously learning what the level 2 means and how to use that to my advantage as well. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.